Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We're here 5 days a week. We're here 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. And actually, you know, it's a TGIT because we're closed tomorrow. Let's make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. You are responsible for your own happiness. Happiness never comes from outside of you. If you put your happiness in someone else's hands, they can always take it away. Happiness can only come from inside of you and a result of your love. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 16, NASDAQ up 9, S&P's up 4, gold contract down $9.50, trading at $1,294 an ounce. Silver off 24 cents at $19.61 an ounce. Platinum, that got smoked, down 26 bucks at $1,412 an ounce. Copper up 2.5 pennies at $3.04 a pound. Light sweet crude up 82 cents, trading at 104.58 a barrel. Bonds, you had the 10-year down 21 ticks at 123.23. 30-year off a full point at 133.27. King dollar up 57 ticks at 79.94. The euro flat at 138, and the yen up 21, trading at 102.44. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so check it out, folks. The cash S&P, we actually had an expansion of volume. We did $796 million. You're coming into the downdraft, however, from the 10th. And what we had on the 10th and the 11th is 815. We actually did 820. We actually did 829. So what does this say? So check this out. We knew that there was divergence inside the S&P. And what it was specifically was this. If we take a look at the SPY, you'll see the SPY, because you can put the volume characteristic together with the actual number. And when you take a look at the SPY, what you have is this. When we came down on last week, we came down with 694 million shares. The SPY hit a low of 181.31. Well, the swing, the top of the swing point from the downdraft that was created the second week in February, that top of the swing point is 179.87. 2 different things end up happening. Number one, you did not hit the top of the swing point. Number two, you came down, and you came down there with 694 million versus 880. So what does this set up? So check this out. This is going to be wild watching this shake out. I'm going to go back to the S&P for a second now. Okay, so we are at 1866. Well, first off, the high that was generated out there is 1897. Well, it opens up that high. You know, that volume characteristic coming in today opens up that high that can get tested. That's your S&P. Dow Industrials, we go to the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the Dow, same setup in the Dow. You know, you're at 16,408. You got to 16,460. The high can get tested. The 16,631. NASDAQ Composite. Different ball game for the composite, different ball game for the Russell 2000. This is what it is. We go with the composite. Composite goes up $9 today. No juice. 1.9 billion. The 1.9 billion is coming into 2.5. Just didn't get it. The composite has, NASDAQ Composite has been the weakest indice. That has gone down from the 43.71 level down to 39.46. So you're talking about 430 points. This is a B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. That's the composite. We go to the Russell 2000. We take a look at the Russell 2000. Same downdraft in the Russell. Monster downdraft in the small caps. Russell 2000 today, we went, well, the high is 1212. Gets down to a price point of 1095. Bottom line, same setup. If we look at the IWM and you want to see the correlation inside that, what we had with the IWM is this. The IWM went up with 48 million shares versus going downtown with 76 million. The high in the IWM is $120. The bottom leg down was 108. So what we have there is this. We have, what's that? That's Yeah, it's 12 points. So it's a monster ABC structure on the way down. We go over to the gold market. We take a look at gold. Gold goes south. We did 90,000 contracts here, and this is going to be wild watching this whole thing play out. The B point on gold, folks, is 1277. It looks like it's a monster ABC down. That's going to take it into that December low of 1,200 out there. Bonds. We go to the bond market. Now, the bond market got hit today. Let's go see if we get any juice behind it. So the 10-year comes down 20 ticks, and light volume, a million shares, a million contracts. That million contracts, folks, is going into 2 million contracts. And we are right where the bond, the 10-year went topside. That is the exact number, too, which is a mind blower. It is 123.23. That's where we close, 123.23. We go look at the 30-year bond. What we have with the 30-year is that she comes down with 324,000 contracts. That's light volume also. That is going into 441,000. So it's going to need a lot more juice on the downside in order to break down the bond market. King dollar. Well, with gold even going south, King dollar is building cause. And she's building cause. She actually got into a lower low the last few days with lighter volume, 7,400 contracts. This is setting up another ABC structure on the way up. This one's a small ABC on the way up, but it'll get it up to 80.77. The King dollar wants to make a run for this 81.50 mark. Let's go to Janet in British Columbia. Hey, Janet, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Listening to you every day. You're on all day long from morning till afternoon.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. You've been a Tigers for a long time.
I have. And, if anybody is wanting an education in stocks, your TFNN is the place to be, really. You've got so much out there for people. It's amazing, and I've learned tons.
Thank you so much. Well, we appreciate you being out here with us.
Thank you. Tom, I just wondered, the U.S. Congress passed a bill, H.R. 2847 in 2010, and hidden in it is the FATCA, F-A-T-C-A, which is the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. And as of July the 1st, I understand that all banks have to comply with that and that U.S. dollars will be taxed 30%. So I was just wondering if you thought that might affect the U.S. dollar internationally, because that's a pretty big chunk to be taxed on any holdings in U.S. dollars.
Oh, say this again. So you're saying that you're from British Columbia, and if you have...
this is U.S. dollars.
Okay.
Right? So I'm just wondering how it will affect.
Well, how does it what does the law specifically say?
Well, it says that this Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act goes in effect July the 1st this year, and it says all banks are to comply with the IRS if they have any transactions in U.S. dollars. It says all worldwide banks, because the U.S. dollar is the reserve currency, must comply. U.S. dollars will be taxed 30%, and
I believe that the way this works, Janet, is this, and this is already in place. Well, here, this is how I believe it works: that if you are a resident outside of the U.S., okay,
yes,
and you are doing transactions, and you cannot prove that you have already paid the taxes on the transaction, or you're going to pay the taxes, that the bank itself will withhold 30% of the transaction. And that's the cost of not reporting it. It's, so it's not going to affect it at all, because what this is all about is basically doing transactions and not paying tax on it. That's, so...
So it will affect the big corporations then?
No, it won't. No.
It won't?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No.
I just wondered if that would put the US value of the U.S. dollar down, because people just want to be involved with that.
No. King dollar.
Hey.
King dollar.
Thank you.
Janet, thank you so much. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Thank you.
Have a great Easter.
You also have a great Easter. Thanks so much. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. We ended out 16, Nasdaq up 9, S&P's up 5. We're going to be right back, folks.